Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Dark Revenge Productions. My name is Chad, and thank you for joining me for another episode. As you all know, in the title below, this is Monday Night Raw's results and reaction to some of the matches, and we're going to go ahead right now and get right into that. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been watching, and I'm glad that you all are liking this episode of this channel. And just continue to leave your comments, your suggestions, your ideas of other things you want to see. But let's go ahead, let's get right into this, and let's get started. Well, it seemed like that Monday Night Raw tonight, or last night, was, it had some good ups and then it had some downs in it. It had some things that we haven't seen on Raw for a while, and we'll get into those as we get to the point of that situation. But to begin off things, we they decided to go ahead and bring Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley out. You know, they're doing their talk about the match between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, how they had their match last week, and how Seth Rollins got involved. And so Mick Foley came out last week and said, no, it's not going to happen. I told you don't get involved. So Mick Foley restarted the match, and again, Kevin Owens won the match. And then, you know, Rusev came out. Roman and Rusev had it out with each other, you know, and all that good stuff. So last night on Monday Night Raw was Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley. They're talking about how it wasn't fair, that they're going to make it right and everything. So Roman came out, you know, and it was like, you know, this and that. And so Mick Foley said, you're going to get your rematch. Well, first he said, you're going to get a title match with Rusev at the next pay-per-view for his title. So that will be something good. And hopefully Roman Reigns has worked his way back up to where he can get some form of a title around his waist again. Then again, also, they said that since the Kevin Owens-Roman Reigns match got screwed up last week, they were going to redo that. But Stephanie said, yes, you'll get another match with Kevin Owens, but it will not be for the title. And but then Mick Foley said, okay, we'll up this one. And he went ahead and made a steel cage match. And the match was pretty good. I think that it could have been a little bit better, but for the most part, it wasn't too bad. You know, the thing is that at the very end, Roman Reigns went over the top, and Kevin Owens was trying to go through the door. And just at the very end, Roman Reigns happens to fall to the floor just before Kevin Owens slides out, which gave Roman Reigns the win. As soon as that match was over, Rusev came out trying to take out Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns backfired on him, and he totally was just destroying Rusev. And then in the process, Kevin Owens had wound up getting back into the steel cage and slammed the door right into Roman's face, which knocked Roman down. And while it's all going on, surprisingly enough, Seth Rollins came out to, I don't think so much to help Roman Reigns, but he came out to get his hands on Kevin Owens. And so the four of them battled it out, and Kevin Owens and them had their little beef. And sorry, I was just looking outside. The land people here are mowing my yard, stuff like that, so I was kind of watching what they were doing. Sorry about that. So those four have it out, and it's gonna, I think between those two matches, both of those will be good at the pay-per-view. The next one is Seth Rollins and Rusev. Had the next match was between them two. No, this match was pretty good. I did like this match. I am by far not a Rusev fan whatsoever, and I'm okay as far as being a Seth Rollins fan, but this was a decent match, and it played out pretty well. You know, it wasn't one of those matches where I cared who won either way, so I'm not really going to talk a whole lot about it. But it wasn't too bad of a match. The next one, you had Braun Strowman and you had Sin Cara facing each other. And again, Sin Cara and Braun Strowman had a match last week, and Braun Strowman just totally destroyed him. I mean, Sin Cara did have a defense against him last week, but last night, just again, wasn't Sin Cara's night, and Braun Strowman won once again. I keep saying this every week. I wish that they would put Braun Strowman against other strong people like him that actually might have a chance, not these small competitors, you know, and just people that we all know that he's going to destroy. They need to put him against high-ranked wrestlers, stronger wrestlers, you know, veterans, people like that, to make actually something of him. But that's just my opinion. Next one, we had Bayley and Sasha versus Dana Brooks and Charlotte as a tag team match leading up to the pay-per-view, where it's going to be, I believe it's going to be Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Bayley fighting it out for the title. I can't remember exactly if Dana Brooks is involved or not, but I don't think she is. But either way, my pick on this is I'm hoping that Bayley is going to win. I'm hoping she's going to take that title and run with it. Hopefully they'll give her that opportunity to have that chance. I mean, Charlotte's had it for a while. Sasha's already had her chance. Let's give it to Bayley. Let's see what she can do. I mean, she's obviously the fan favorite. Let her run with the ball. Next we have the best out of 7 series, which is Sheamus versus Cesaro. And these matches have been pretty good back and forth. You know, of course, it was Sheamus, who was 3-0, you know, versus Cesaro. So, you know, all he had to do was win one more match, and he would have won the best of 7 series. But it wound up where Cesaro's come back, has won 3 matches, which we all should have figured that was going to happen, just leading up to the pay-per-view. Now they have to go to the pay-per-view and see who's going to win it. I honestly don't know who's really going to win this pay-per-view. I'm pulling for Cesaro. I know they keep pushing him, and then they pull him back. They push him some more, and they pull him back. So I'm hoping they're going to push him and push him forward in order to win the pay-per-view versus Sheamus and win the best of 7 series. I feel he's a better technical wrestler than Sheamus. I feel Sheamus is sloppy. And I don't feel like he's as good as he once was. I feel like he's just kind of there now. But that's just my opinion. I never really was a Sheamus fan. I was at the very beginning for a short period of time, but not very long at all. And then you had this whole thing going on where you had Chris Jericho coming out, having his little paper he made stuff on, his little grievance against Mick Foley, and saying he's going to put a grievance on in the crowd and everybody else, and, you know, all that junk that he always talks about, just some of the stupidest stuff he says anymore. And then you had other people coming out. You had Kaz and Enzo come out. You had the Shining Stars come out. You had the Club come out. You had Sami Zayn come out. All these people coming out, speaking their mind, their opinion. You had the New Day come out, talking about the title match with the Club, and just had this big scuffle with all these people in the ring. Well, after all the talking and back and forth babble and everything, during the commercial they wound up making a match where the 10-person match. You had the New Day, Kaz and Enzo, and Sami Zayn versus Chris Jericho, the Shining Stars, and the Club. Well, this, of course, you know, it got out of hand. It was a good match. It was back and forth. And for a lot of the time, the Shining Star, the Club, and all of them were keeping the New Day and all of them in their corner for the first while of the match. But at the end, it wound up being the New Day, Sami Zayn, and all of them to win the match for their team. So all these guys now have the upper hand to going into the pay-per-view. Will that help them? I don't know. I feel like I don't want the club to win the titles, but I feel like maybe they're going to. I feel like maybe they're finally going to release the New Day from the titles. I mean, they've had them for 360 plus some days. So maybe it's time for a change. Maybe it's time for the bad guys to have the title for a little while. Then you had the Cruiserweight division that they're just starting out on Monday Night Raw. You had 4 of the top cruiserweights in there. One of them was Brian Kendrick, who's been in WWE in the past. He was released, and it's taken him 7 years now to fight his way back into WWE, and he happened to win the Fatal 4-Way between these cruiserweights. Now, this was an awesome match. This was a great match. There was a lot of action going on. I was really pleased with this match. This is exactly what WWE needed. They needed to get this cruiserweight back. They needed to get these small guys back, these high flyers, you know, putting danger into the wind, all that stuff. This is what WWE needs, and I'm hoping that it really works out for him, and I'm hoping that Brian Kendrick goes to the pay-per-view and wins that title. I just, for some reason, since this kid, I don't remember his name, had just won the Cruiserweight title, I don't think they're going to give it away just that fast. But who knows? They might. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm hoping that Brian Kendrick pulls it out, and I'm hoping he wins that Cruiserweight title. I've always been a Brian Kendrick fan. I was back when he was in WWE, and I've been following him through the Indies and all that other stuff. Then you had Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. And this one was in a steel cage match, like I said before. And again, this was a good match, and I'm just glad that Roman Reigns won it. It gives him a push to go into Monday night, or to the next pay-per-view, and hopefully go and face Rusev and take that United States title off of Rusev, and hopefully do whatever they're going to do with Rusev, because I don't think he's that great of a wrestler. He has a few moves, and that's about it. He's more about mass size than he is actually about technical wrestling. I really don't think he's that great of a wrestler at all. And if you feel that I'm wrong, just tell me in the comments below. So that was it, actually. So that was Monday Night Raw. That was my results to it. That was my reactions to it. Overall, I would have to say I want to give this a 3 out of 5 stars, because I feel like a lot of these matches were good, but I feel there was a lot of downfalls. And of course, if you follow Monday Night Raw, you know that Monday Night Raw's ratings are going down, down, down. Even SmackDown is just about to beat Raw in the ratings. And Monday Night Raw is supposed to be the flagship show. And it seems like at this point right now, SmackDown is the one who's doing that. SmackDown is doing the better shows. I'm actually more interested in SmackDown shows lately, because Raw just kind of seems just dull for some reason. I'm not really getting that excitement when I watch Raw compared to when I'm watching SmackDown. But that's just my personal opinion. Your opinion might be different. Anyways, my name is Chad. This is Dark Revenge Productions, and this is Monday Night Raw's results and reactions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, thank you for joining me for another episode. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow me on YouNow and on liveme.com, which are my 2 stream sites that I use. Follow me on Spreaker.com, which is my radio show. And I hope to see and catch you all there. Anyways, you all take care, you be safe, and have a good day. But for now, I'm out.